Alright, so I'm going to be posting this before my videos, guys, and you can partake in it or not, but we're going to do some singing bowls and I'm going to say a little prayer. And you're welcome to just sit and relax and free your mind up before the reading with me. I just wanted to do this. I'll timestamp it, so if you want to go straight to your reading, that's fine too. So we're going to go ahead and start. Take a deep breath. I call upon light and all beings whom serve only love and light. I ask you, angels, ancestors, and light beings, to cleanse and protect this space. Ask for your protection and guidance so that your divine sight can be delivered with love and healing for the greatest good. I ask you, angels, ancestors, and guides, to assist those whom these messages are meant for, to assist them on their journey of healing and spiritual growth. I appreciate your unconditional love and guidance. Thank you, angels, guides, ancestors, and Lord of Love. Amen. Okay, guys, so singing bowls. I'm just going to relax and listen. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if so, I'm glad, and I'm happy you guys come to my channel and enjoy your reading. Hi, guys. Welcome, Taurus. We're getting ready to do your video. You guys have the house, the second house, and it is the house of physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So I wanted to add those houses in there because right now, Taurus, there is a lot of planets in your sign, in your possession right now. The energy of Taurus is in Jupiter, Mercury, Uranus, and the North Node. I'm going to get 3 of these, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. Nice. Okay, wow. Okay. On the bottom, the 5 of Swords. Okay. Okay. Underlying energy is the 5 of Swords. And this deer is looking around for resources somewhere, resources, something probably to sustain this survival or the abundance of him, and all of it has been cut down with these swords. It's interesting because there's a feeling here of just kind of running into blockages, running into energy that is keeping you either away from a goal or from like thriving or accomplishing something you want to accomplish. And there's also a feeling here of needing to really get through these obstacles with using your analytical mind, your logical mind. We got the 7 of Wands, But whatever it is you are wanting to attain or sustain or accomplish is worth it, and you are defending it with a mighty passion here with the Seven of Wands. Also, what's interesting is there is this like little ghost deer in the background, the spirit deer, and I do want to point out that on the bottom is this deer, and it's it feels like looking for something and having maybe not quite found what you needed or what you need, still defending the possibility maybe of something here being worth it and worth continuing to protect, stand up, guard your territory, your ground, because there's something here worth protecting, and that is the Seven of Wands there. And then we got the Seven of Cups, 2 sevens here. Wow, this is feels like a lot of different things that could be getting in your way, that could be illusions or distractions. You could be being distracted by outer influences or other energies that might be trying to pull other avenues, other ideas, other dreams. Right at this moment, there could be a feeling kind of lost in the fog is what I'm feeling. But there's still this one thing that's near and dear and close to your heart that you are determined, not only determined, but you are absolutely going to achieve your goal. With the Queen of Swords here, this is the energy that you'd be embracing right now to get through these obstacles. Very, very mindful, very, very cutting out any distractions, any illusions, anything that's keeping you away from protecting, guarding, attaining your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you are standing your ground on here, whatever it is your heart's in, even though there's a lot of other things you could be possibly being pulled towards or distracted by. You're really trying to stay focused right now, really trying to stay on a certain path or goal or some kind of energy like that, you guys. This could be around any goal, anything like that, you guys. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these word cards. Let's see what else comes out here. There does feel like there's a need to decipher and what's the word I'm looking for, like dissolve like illusions, dissolve anything that's not real and not sustainable right now. But there is something here worth guarding, which is interesting because the alligator here, or the crocodile, is guarding this deer, which looks like spirit. So you could be really protecting like spiritual growth, something in your heart, some heart healing, something like that, because his heart's popping out to me. And wanting to continue your work with this, even though there's been, it looks like some, maybe some dead ends, maybe a feeling of needing to give in or give up. Because it looks hopeless. It's not. The Queen of Swords can always find a way through things that even seem hopeless, or just by using the logic, like it's not what it seems, it's not what it looks like. There's something kind of illusional here, like that could be distracting you or saying no, this is unattainable, or this is, but there's, you know, or what are you guarding? Something that you can't see. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But there is something here, but you see it, you understand it, and it's close to your heart, it's near to your heart. We got innovation. This is kind of what I am getting with the Five of Swords here. It's being innovative. Necessity is the mother of invention. So, you know, there could be something here that you need or you want to attain, and it's like, well, it's not here. It's not here. But I know that by searching my heart and cutting through illusions and distractions and other things, I'm going to find it, and I will create it. I will make it happen. So there's a feeling of making stuff happen right now, being innovative, needing something in your life, needing some kind of something here in your life. We'll get more. Updating methods, transforming old ideas, novel solutions. Yeah, so really changing the way you are approaching something, or the way you are looking at something, where it was like, maybe you felt like there's a dead end. Now there's some kind of defending it because you've maybe looked at what you're working with, or looked at the situation, or the whatever this is, relationship, job, whatever, and said, I can make this work for me. And this may look like an obstacle, but I can make it work. I can make it become what I want it, because there's still potential here. And it's mostly because you're feeling it. It's mostly because it's coming from the heart. But then there's this Queen of Swords here, which is very logical and says, yes, you need to cut out anything that isn't in alignment with your heart, anything that isn't in alignment with what you need in your life. So anything that you don't need or that is distracting you or causing disillusion, whether this is inner work or inner influence or outer influence, it's something that needs cut out, and it's something that needs addressed so that you can attain the goals of your heart. Let's go ahead and get another word. Positivity. Yeah, okay. Better to light a candle than curse the darkness. And this came in under the 7 of Cups, which this, I do want to show you this. This rabbit is sitting here looking at the stars in the darkness, and it's very hard to see what star or what constellation he's heading towards, or what direction he needs to go. But he's staying positive, and he's definitely with the heart there coming through. That's what's guiding him to the correct. And it happens to be the cup, this cup that's popping out in the center, because it's always the one that is alignment with your heart that's going to be the right choice. There is some other symbols back here. There's like a lion, and there's a moon, and there's a key, you know, standing for wisdom and knowledge. But this is something to do with the heart. Something you feel in your heart, and staying positive and keeping that as your kind of compass or your guide. Better to light a candle than curse the darkness. And that's also being innovative. It's like, there's nothing here. It's barren, or something could be feeling like, oh, like a dead end, but you're like, no, I can make this work. I just need to look at it differently, and I need to follow my heart. Optimistic attitude or outlook on life. Choice to look on the bright side. That's really nice. So there could be something here. Maybe you're just feeling a little down about, or something that hasn't come to, or you could just be in an energy where things just aren't, where you just feel like every time you turn around, it's like one more thing that it feels like I can't get it, or I can't, but not telling yourself that and saying, no, I'm going to stay positive about this. This isn't a bad thing because it's in alignment with me, and I can make this work. That's that Queen of Swords. Very, yes. Ooh. So this is feeling a little shadowy. We got eloquence, and with the Queen of Swords, it's like there could be some fear of like the unknown. Not just that also, but also there's this feeling of darkness, of like sadness or depression, or running into so many obstacles that you want to give up on something that your heart truly wants. And it's saying, be innovative, light a candle. Don't think just because you're maybe doing some shadow work, maybe you're going within, finding some things that aren't so great or whatever, that you can still be positive, and you can still light a candle on it and light it up and pay attention to it, heal it, fix it. Eloquence. You must answer the devil in his own language. Yeah, so this feels like something like kind of creeping up, like that's feeling like kind of like the 5 of Swords can be pretty like I'll do whatever, and it even means sometimes doing what's necessary but can hurt others. So we want to make sure that that's not the energy you are in, like, oh, well, you know, like 2 wrongs don't make a right, or this could be healing a situation, trying to better your environment or better something, even though it might feel hopeless or something like that. And it says, you must answer the devil in his own language. So that is telling me that there is a little fear, or even possessiveness. There could be a little control here, where you have to show up and you have to face the devil, face the devil within or devil without, and say, okay, this isn't, and kind of, it's interesting because I'm feeling like a very, like navigating through some really kind of shadowy, or kind of maybe some darker energies right now. These could just be things that need healed within, and most likely they are, but it's really hard to sometimes see what it is that you're actually working on, or what you're like focusing on, because it's just like it's overwhelming. Like there could be a lot here that is coming up right now that feels kind of down. That's the best way I can describe it. Down or hopeless, or you're feeling like not continuing, like giving up a process. This could be a healing process, this could be shadow work, this could be something you're feeling like I can't do this, I can't get through this because it's just too confusing, or it's too much work, or it's not worth it, stuff like that. Not telling yourself that stuff, staying positive and lighting a candle right in the face of fear. And this is also under the Queen of Swords, and it says you must answer the devil in his own language. So fluent or persuasive speaking and writing, graceful communication. I'm kind of getting that, like, kill this energy with kindness, positivity, and love, and with your heart. By coming from a place that's in your heart, and that's the only place that's stable sometimes is your heart and what you feel. When everything else can seem like giving you 50,000 different messages and you just don't know which way to go, the Queen of Swords comes in and says, no, this is the direction. This is, and it's not that the Queen of Swords is heartless or anything. It's just very, I'm doing this. Like, I'm cutting out everything that isn't for this purpose or isn't serving me this way. Because, you know, and sometimes that is releasing like some, okay, so it's kind of strange because emotions are messy. The heart is not. The heart knows what it feels and what it loves, but the emotions around the stuff that we really care about can be confusing and can be in our minds. So the Queen of Swords will take all those mind things and clear them out, so that we really are left with really achieving what we need to achieve, kind of from an unemotional place, but it's usually for a good. It's for our good. It's for our own good, and it is for our heart's own good. So it's interesting because she uses this energy, uses the mind to actually help the emotional, help the feminine energy, help to receive, but there is, I feel like she's one of the more active queens, as far as taking action, especially mental action. She knows when to shut down. She knows when not to speak. She knows when to speak. She knows how to speak, and her communication skills are on point, like in any situation. So that's why it's like answering the devil in his own language. Make sure you speak to the shadows or speak to the fear just as it needs to be spoken to, like in this really powerful way. A really powerful, I feel like you need to embrace a really powerful mindset right now, and stay positive about what you are protecting, or whatever's left of some kind of endeavor or goal. There's like, I feel like we're going to get more on this, Taurus, but it just feels like you could be facing just maybe some mental challenges right now on whether to move in a different direction or stay on course with, and it feels like maybe personal healing, standing your ground on like spiritual healing or something like that. But this could be a goal. This could be, you are the ruler of the material world, so this could be work, this could be home, this could be anything, you guys. This is general, so take it as it resonates, but we are going to go ahead and get another card here. Nice. Oh, we got two. Commitment and Knight. Okay, that's kind of going with what I was feeling. And resistance. Yes, you could be facing some resistance, either from something around you, like you're going towards something and it's like blockage. And I was feeling this at the very beginning of the reading, like block after block. Like, I'm trying to accomplish this, but like every time I turn around, it's like I feel like I'm getting blocked, or I feel like there's like nothing there, or no, you know, nothing to sustain me. But there's something in your heart here that says, I can make this sustained. I can sustain this and get through this and even thrive. But this is some shadow. There is some shadow energy right now looming around you. This is some, it says night. There is a lot going on here. So I see all of these crows in the background and this full moon. This could have really kicked in around the full moon, you guys, which we just had in Sagittarius, and we're getting ready to have our new moon here. And it could be around a commitment or your home, because I am some kind of commitment to the home or to the family or to a mate. And there could just be, and it doesn't necessarily mean there's just some moon energy. There's the unknown, there's the unseen, there's a feeling of shadow energy coming in. This can come in from planets, you guys. This can make us kind of face our shadows, face our devils, face our demons, and deal with them so that we can get through and still get through our shadows, so we can live in more positive and more loving ways. And we have, like, this is part of life, like doing our shadow work. Well, we don't have to, but it's part of like becoming more stable, more loving, and just kind of staying the course when things get hard, or we have to look within and face some things that maybe we've been putting off doing the work on. There's a lot of feeling here of, it's interesting, like there just seems to be a feeling of like having something to defend here, but feeling like you're not a part of it, or something like that. With this Night card, all these birds are like outside the city, but then there are these two birds here that are actually like putting berries in the nest and all that. So commitment and Night. Positivity. All right, let's get one of these Starry Beginnings cards, you guys. Resistance. You could be resisting. And that's another thing I am feeling too with this, is like this, is like getting, like there could be blockages, something pushing, like an energy. This could be planetary, you guys. Check your chart, check what's going on. But there's definitely a feeling here of feeling pushed against by the universe, or by nature, or just by the way things are going. Like, I'm not going to get there, or this feels like too much work. Like, it feels like I have to keep fighting. And especially with the air energy in here, I have to keep fighting my own mental, like, battles to get to a goal, or to get, and then these mental battles, or these mental obstacles are shadow work. So this could be just some things you need to address around commitment. How committed are you to what you're doing? And if your heart is not in it, maybe it's not the right thing for you. But if your heart is in it, defend it, stand your ground. And the Queen of Swords, use your most clear, sound mind to get through the obstacles, so that you can attain what's good for you and what's good for your heart. That is what I am feeling. Be innovative. And the Queen of Swords is very innovative and can be very she just knows how to, she knows how to talk to people. She knows how to communicate. She knows how to say what she needs without any, it's not beating around the bush. It's not being clouded in illusion or delusion. It's being straightforward. It's going straight forward to what you want or what you need to do. If there's some shadow work or some kind of energy like that needs dealt with, you must answer the devil in his own language. So you must stand up and be just as strong. Be just as set in your light as you are in your shadow. Let's see what this is. It says you have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. You could be picking up, I was feeling that too, and this outer external energy that could be kind of, and like I said, it could be planetary, anything like that, or just, it feels like energy kind of pushing up against your energy and what you're trying to do here. And these are like the others, and it says, you have a sensitive antenna, so like one little downer or one little down energy can kind of like bring you down, and it's saying you stay positive, and you have to fight like night with light, if that makes sense. That is what I'm getting there. And release any emotions that aren't directly yours too right now, Taurus, because if it's not yours, or if it just doesn't fit into what you're doing, and it feels like illusion, or it feels like out there, or it doesn't feel like it's connected to your heart, then it's probably not yours, because whatever you're doing is going to be connected to your heart. So if it seems kind of out of reach, or maybe it's not what your heart is actually reaching for, there could be a feeling here of going after something, going for something or not, that you want to like kind of go after, whether this is a goal, like I said, but there just feels like either resistance from the energies around you, of what you're trying to, but it's really saying not to give up, to stay positive, and continue going with an optimistic attitude and looking on the bright side, because there could be a feeling here of kind of just being surrounded by shadow right now, and that could be the planets and stuff, you guys too. I know I've been having to go through a little just some shadow work, and it kind of makes you feel down, like when you start, old things that you thought you released, or I'm getting better, and I'm not as over control, I'm not as controlling, or I'm not as paranoid, or I'm not as insecure as I was. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident. And then all of a sudden you have a day or two where you're like, I don't feel confident, I don't feel good, I don't feel, and it's like, why, and then you have to go to the roots, like go back to your youth, go back to your childhood, figure out again, go look at that stuff that makes you feel like you're not worthy today, or like you can't accomplish something, or you don't have it in you. What is it in your head? What is it coming at you that's making you kind of asking you to heal it, asking you to release it, asking you to get through the shadow work and the obstacles, so that you can attain what it is that you want to attain, that's within your heart. Not your mind, your heart. There's something here, but it's also in your mind, because it's in alignment. So it'd be both, you guys. So it's heart and mind, And we got breathe. All these. This is really feeling like a lot of fast moving energy. This could be just a quick, energetic blow through is kind of how it feels, where and there's the moon, and we're gonna get one more, and the magician, exactly, okay, and then the death. Yeah, there's some kind of transformation going on here, and this is the last. Okay, so I am feeling that with the speak to the devil in his own language. It's like I'm feeling it too, like at the very end of like a long transformation, or like even just you get to that point where there's resistance, and it's really just our shadow or our ego trying to keep us where it's comfortable instead of breaking through and going through like those uncomfortable barriers. It's there to protect us, but it's like we have to trust ourselves that we don't need that kind of protecting. We have our heart's protection, and we now have attained a lot of knowledge in knowing, hey, if I make this choice, this is a possibility, this is a possibility, but I'm going to look on the bright side. I'm going to be optimistic. You know, it says take a breath. There is moon energy going on here, and it's loud and clear. There's this resistance, and it's coming from illusion, the unseen, maybe nightmares. I mean, you could just maybe not getting a lot of sleep. I know I haven't got a lot of sleep the last couple days. Then we got the Magician coming out. And this is using, especially your swords right now, using your mind in a way that can go through these obstacles and still defend, embrace, and guard, stand up for, and protect what it is that's near and dear to your heart that you feel, which looks like it could be a commitment of some sort, whether this is in work, family, home, could be your children, whatever it is, you guys. There is resistance here to kind of keep going towards that, because it just seems like almost too much work, or like there's too many other choices or options. The same positivity and shine the candle in this darkness, because this is making you feel kind of lost in the crowd. I feel like there's a feeling of being lost in the energies, either around you, which it is probably most likely like planetary energy. I was just saying, Taurus has a lot of things going on in it right now. You guys are definitely feeling this. If you have Taurus anywhere in your chart, people are feeling this anyway that have no planets in Taurus, because we all have it in our material world, which is what we see, which is what we want to attain, what makes us feel secure, what makes us feel safe. We're all experiencing this on a different level, but I feel like if you have Taurus in your chart profoundly anywhere, you're definitely feeling this. And it's just a lot of this shadow energy. Like I said, we got Jupiter, Mercury, Uranus, and the North Node, and we're getting ready to it's just a lot, you guys. It's a lot of energy, so I am feeling for you guys too right now. It's just, and any energies that are around you that you're like, okay, maybe you're aware of all this shifts in energy around you, and you're like, it's not mine, I'm not letting it affect me, I'm going to keep on my search in a peaceful, graceful way. I'm not going to it's interesting, because I am getting that like quiet, still movement forward that's not it's not like you're handling it bad or aggressively. It's just needing to push forward with your heart and know that you're, and not lose yourself in kind of the illusion of what you're feeling or seeing around you, just sticking with your heart, what you know is within. That's what I am feeling. All right, let's go ahead and get one of this on Seven of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So this is your home, your family, your house that you're protecting, probably, most likely. Maybe your family legacy, maybe your legacy. We got the Ten of Pentacles coming out under the Seven of Wands. This is defending your property, your family, your material possessions. Whether this is work, it could be a multitude of things. And then the Page of Cups coming out under the Seven of Cups. Oh, and two flippers for the Wheel of Life and the Eight of Cups. Okay. Yeah, it could just, right now, I feel like you guys, any Tauruses this is resonating with, are really kind of feeling this wheel turning. There's a big feeling, and it's almost feeling like it's going to a disparative place or a dark place, like maybe heading into some shadow work, you guys. So it's time to leave behind feelings and things that no longer make you happy, ways of handling our emotional letdowns and our emotional everything that just maybe we have sometimes I just feel this Eight of Cups different ways, but it feels like you're going into a time of releasing things that just don't feel good either anymore. Like maybe at one time they did feel good and they did give you the emotional satisfaction and stuff that you wanted, but it's just not cutting it anymore. Like this could be ways, and I also look at this a lot of times as the emotional ways we handle things. So it's maybe the way you've handled your emotions, whether this was through you know, it could be through addictions, with answering the devil in his own language. It's like, it's kind of really saying, God, it's speaking to your shadow self in a very shadow way. Don't, it's almost feeling like don't give it light, but tell it what's up. Like, pay attention to those feelings and stuff that are making you feel like walking away, or like it's interesting. There's a feeling here of needing to walk away from old ways of handling feelings and stuff. And with the wheel here, it really matters right now. The wheel I always look at as the planets, as a lot of energy around us happening that we have no control over. So it's really staying centered in what you truly want to leave behind, what's truly going to make you happy, not the false happiness or the ways we handle our emotional stuff that don't make us happy either, and hasn't really made us feel good. Like, it's interesting because there's a feeling here of not feeling good and needing to get through that, but you need to look at a shadow aspect of yourself, and you must answer the devil in his own language. This may help to write or talk about it, but it says graceful communication. So there is just something here that needs gentleness right now with you, whether this is just handling some emotional either ways you've handled things or actual things that made you happy that you need to leave behind because they're no longer making you happy. With the Queen of Swords here, you got all of the energy here backing you up of, hey, you can get through this. You got the intelligence, and you got the determination, and you got the communication. There could be communication involved in this to make this happen. And with the breathe, the moon, and the magician here, it's definitely saying take a breath. You're dealing with moon energy. You're dealing with the unknown. You're dealing with fear. You're dealing with maybe some illusions, maybe some things trying to guide you that are through your shadow. So it's almost like showing up for your shadow and giving it some room to breathe also, so that you can listen to it and hear what it's saying. That way you can acknowledge it and say, okay, so is that, and our shadow stuff isn't always stuff that makes us unhappy and miserable. Like it can be part of your power too, but there's also a feeling of needing to use your stuff correctly. Look at it, put it in the light, shine some light on it, and transmute it into something that works for you. There is a feeling here of something coming up from the depths during this transition is what I'm gonna, feels like we're getting into it's like you're trying to protect this like physical stuff, but like all these emotions are coming up. And it might be feeling like, it's almost feeling like it's pushing you away from like this energy around you, or even obstacles you're running into, or it might be swaying you in a different direction than standing your ground. And the wheel did come out reversed, and the Eight of Cups here, it's like it could just feel like it's just like you're resisting releasing things or letting go of things, especially emotional things, and some things maybe that used to make you happy, maybe used to make you feel stable, secure, and something's changing here. Something's shifting. The Page of Cups in the middle. This is wanting to move forward. It did come out reversed, so it could be holding back like emotions, like not talking or bringing forth something emotional to something that's very material. There's something material here that you're trying to protect. It could have to do with home, your security, something like that. But there's a resistance here, and I do feel like this is a resistance to kind of face your some emotional stuff that you could need to leave behind right now during this time, and cut out maybe some ways of coping with emotions, something like that, to deal with like this. And it's interesting because it's feeling like a lot of people are dealing with this right now, which wouldn't surprise me with all these planets being in Taurus right now. So if that helped you, I am glad, Taurus. That is your reading, and I appreciate you guys coming and watching your reading. I hope it did help somebody. There is a lot going on right now, so just keep that in mind as you go through these energies. It's a lot, but let's look on the bottom real quick too. In the Ace of Pentacles. So new opportunities might look like they're not presenting themselves, but there is. I feel like that's part of this illusion. There's like a new physical beginning here, whether this is, and I feel like this could be in your emotional realm and mental realm, like the alignment of those two, but it just feels like it's almost not worth the work, or something to be pushing against you energetically, trying to hold you in this position of like everything's stable and fine, and or to keep defending something that isn't part of your heart. If that's the case, this could go the other way too. You guys, this is a really big message, but it does feel like some shadow work. It feels like you need to be mindful right now that there's probably a lot of people going through this feeling of feeling out of place, or like they can't find what they need where they're at. But you can make it happen. There's a necessity is the mother of invention. I'm going to make something happen. If it's not happening here, I'm going to make it happen here. But there could be some just emotional stuff you need to leave behind in order to make something happen, or try to look at things more positively, like the wheel is turning in your favor when it may feel like it's not. That could be part of this Seven of Cups. Like it feels like something is, like you're getting lost in the shuffle or the, but there's still something. Follow your heart right now, Taurus. That's what I have to say. And defend what, if your heart's in it, you're defending it for the right reasons. Walk away from defending things that aren't in alignment with your heart. Walk away from those things, whether these are your own emotional things or other people's emotional stuff that you don't need to partake in or be a part of, because it's not in alignment with who you are now. Because there's something shifting here, and it wasn't feeling, it did come out reversed, so it's feeling like it could feel like, nope, it's not good. But you can make it good by being positive while you do some shadow work here, it looks like, especially around your like dreamy romanticism. Yeah, like be really realistic right now about your emotions, your emotional body, and the way you're seeing things too right now. That's just another side message. Okay, Taurus? All right, so you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.